this talk about aliens in the news is making me wonder if we're really being invaded by beings from another world, or could all this just be another big red herring? My name is AJ Spatola with Most Amazing, and these are the top 10 disturbing historical urban legends they want you to believe are true. At number 10 is the Slender Man. The Slender Man is a creepy figure that has woven himself into the fabric of modern folklore, but did you know his shadowy presence isn't just a recent internet creation? No. As Slender Man's eerie tendrils stretch as far back in history. Tales of tall, faceless entities can be traced to ancient Egypt, where they're known as the stalkers of the pharaoh. Even the Middle Ages had their own version, called the Silent Stalkers, often blamed for mysterious disappearances in medieval villages. In the 1800s, a German legend known as Der Grohe Man bore a striking resemblance to our modern Slender Man. He was said to snatch up misbehaving people. Even in Renaissance art, there are some subtle hints with figures resembling the notorious stalker. So Slender Man may not be as modern as we thought, and this makes you wonder, is he lurking somewhere hidden in the shadows even today? And number 9 is the Rat King. No, it's not some rodent monarchy, but a truly unsettling phenomena that's actually rooted in reality. Imagine rats, not cute little critters, but a nightmarish collective entity twisted and tangled together, forming a grotesque super rat. Yeah, and here's a chilling truth. This isn't just an urban legend, it's an actual phenomenon that really happens. These abhorrent rat amalgamations are found primarily in city sewers, especially in places like in New York City's subway system. While it may sound like something out of a horror movie, these rat kings are a biological mystery. Some say that this is the result of crowded living confrontations, or perhaps even sticky substances binding to their tails, while others believe it's a product of our fevered imaginations. Nevertheless, the idea of these rats roaming beneath our feet is enough to give anybody the creeps. If you're enjoying the video so far, please support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Most Amazing, and ringing that notification bell. At number 8 is the Babushka Lady. We all know the story of JFK's assassination, but not so much has been confirmed about who done it. And the same can be said for the person who recorded that notorious footage. Enter the Babushka Lady, a woman wearing a headscarf who's said to have captured the entire ordeal on film. The problem is that despite countless investigations, her true identity has never been revealed. Some say she was just an innocent bystander who got caught up in the chaos of that fateful day, while others suggest that she might have been an undercover agent who was to obtain confirmation of JFK's unaliving. Conspiracy theories run rampant, and that's where it gets really interesting. You see, some go as far to say the government is deliberately concealing her identity, fueling even more speculation. The Babushka Lady is like a puzzle piece missing from one of history's biggest jigsaws, making her one of those mysterious urban legends we may never fully understand. At number 7, the Montauk Project is like a real-life science fiction thriller, but of course, you can't believe everything you hear. This conspiracy theory has been making waves since the 80s, and it's got more twists and turns than a roller coaster. Picture this, a secret government project at Camp Hero in Montauk, New York, dabbling in psychological warfare, time travel, and even contact with aliens. Yeah, sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. It all started with this guy named Preston Nichols, who claimed to recover repressed memories of his own involvement. He said that he was abducted periodically, and even claimed to have degrees in parapsychology, psychology, and electrical engineering, adding a layer of credibility to his story. But in reality, the whole story appears to be a mix of fiction and past spun together into one big urban legend. So while the Montauk Project might not be the real deal, it's still a cool reminder that sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. But remember, not everything you hear is as mind-bending as it seems. And number 6 is the Philadelphia Experiment. So back when World War II was in full swing, according to this story, the US Navy went far beyond conventional warfare, delving into weapons programs that bordered on sci-fi. They allegedly conducted an experiment where they made an entire warship vanish into thin air. Like poof, it's gone. But here's the kicker, when they made the ship reappear, things got even weirder. The crew, so the story goes, were somehow fused into the very metal of the ship like they'd become a part of the USS Eldridge themselves. Now let's break it down. Is this mind-bending story legit? Well, the official word is that it's nothing more than a myth. The US Navy denies all of it, and there's not a ton of solid evidence to back it up. But let's be real, who can resist a mystery even if it's a tad outlandish? So is this true? Probably not, but it sure is an intriguing piece of history to chew on. At number 5 is the Voynich Manuscript. This mysterious document dating back to the 15th century it's like its own riddle. Its 240 pages are filled with elaborate illustrations of plants that don't exist, strange human figures, and a script that's in a language that seems to be entirely alien. Over the years, countless cryptographers, linguists, and historians have tried to crack its code, but all have failed. What's even more perplexing is that this strange manuscript seems to have no known origin, and it's written in a language or code that no one's been able to decipher. Is this an ancient medical text, a secret alchemical manual, or simply the ramblings of a madman? Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. The Voynich Manuscript is a genuine historical anomaly that continues to baffle scholars, making it one of the most enduring mysteries in the annals of human history. At number 4 on our list of disturbing historical urban legends takes us on a cosmic journey to the infamous face on Mars. This one is a real head scratcher. You see, some folks were absolutely convinced that a Martian civilization was a bit selfie obsessed and decided to build a giant face-shaped monument on the red planet, as if they wanted to say, hey Earth, check out our cool stone faces. But hold on just a second, don't start imagining a cool sci-fi movie just yet, because the truth is a little dull. You see, scientists are the ultimate party poopers when it comes to cool space mysteries. They've delved into this one, and it turns out that this so-called face is nothing more than a natural rock formation, just a product of hills, shadows, and a little phenomena called pareidolia. That's when your brain goes, hey, that rock looks like a face. So as much as we might have wanted to believe in our cosmic neighbors striking a pose for the universe, the reality is a bit less out of this world. At number 3 are cursed tiki dolls. These eerie urban legends have been circulating for ages, but when you dig into them, it's like peeling back layers of a mystery. You see, the legend has it that if you get your hands on one of these wooden dolls, bad luck will follow you like a shadow. Misfortune will come knocking at your door, and it's game over. But hold on a minute, where's the hard evidence? You'd think in this age of smartphones and surveillance cameras, someone would have captured a cursed tiki doll in action, am I right? I mean, think about it. We live in a world where we can track down a missing phone using GPS or watch live video feeds from the other side of the planet. So if these cursed tikis were really causing chaos, we probably should have some concrete evidence by now. All we're left are these spine-tingling stories passed down through generations. Now, until there's some real proof, it might be best to leave these cursed tikis in the realm of legend. Or maybe, just maybe, that's what they want you to think. At number 2 is Mary Celeste. Diving deeper into the murky waters of maritime legends, let's examine the unsettling case of the Mary Celeste. This tale has all the makings of a ghostly saga. Shift adrift in the boundless Atlantic, its crew gone without a trace. Now, this story might sound like something out of a supernatural thriller, but the truth is, it's more about earthly factors than paranormal spookiness. You see, as the story goes, back in 1972, the Mary Celeste was found devoid of its crew. However, if we steer our ship of curiosity away from the paranormal, we found a more reasonable explanation. You see, the crew likely abandoned ship due to a confluence of earthly circumstances. Firstly, a wonky chronometer could have misled their navigation, causing them to believe they were perilously far from their intended course. On top of that, imagine contaminated water and a buildup of alcohol fumes in the ship's hold. That's a recipe for panicked sailors seeking refuge on a lifeboat. So, although the Mary Celeste remains a tantalizing riddle, it's one with roots firmly grounded in the real world, not the spectral realm, as much as I want it to be. At number 1 is the lost city of Atlantis. It's like the OG urban legend. People have been hunting for this mystical underwater city for centuries. But here's the deal, we've actually never found any solid proof that it really exists. I mean, sure, there have been claims and theories, but when it comes to hard, solid evidence, it's slim pickings. You see, back in the day, the ancient Greek philosopher Plato wrote about Atlantis, and that's where it all started. He described this city as an advanced civilization that simply disappeared without a trace into the sea. But here's a catch. He wrote about it as an allegory, as a way to make a point in his dialogues, not like, hey, this place totally exists. Since then, people have searched high and low for Atlantis, from the Caribbean to the Mediterranean. But despite all the digging and excavations, nada. It's like trying to find a unicorn. So it's one of those things where you're like, is it real or just a tall tale? And the thing is, when it comes to urban legends, the line between fact and fiction gets blurry real fast. Atlantis has become this epic story, but the truth is, it might just be a myth. So there you have it, some hair-raising historical urban legends that have managed to persist through time. While they may not be rooted in truth, they certainly add a layer of mystery to our past. As always, if there's a disturbing historical urban legend that they want you to believe are true that you think I've missed here today, feel free to let me know down in the comments. This has been AJ Spatola with Most Amazing, and I'll catch you all in another video. Later.